There we go. Recording has begun. It's been 3 weeks since my last confession. I mean, since my last Inquisition. It's really crazy that we haven't played that long. It's just been some crazy weeks. So I gotta remember the controls. We played a lot of other games since then. What we were doing, all that good stuff. So, like I was just telling people on the stream, and people are here like, what? We are people on the stream right now. What I was telling people is that as far as main story quests, for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, you probably just came from the last video. It hasn't been 3 weeks for you, but it's going to be difficult for me to remember everything that we were doing. However, I will say that I do remember the main story quest. We have seen a glimpse of the future, and we know that one of the catalysts to Corypheus taking over and becoming this dark god is the assassination of the Empress, and I don't remember her name. Celine, maybe, but I want to say like Cellophane or Princess Buttercup. I swear it says Samsonite. It's none of those things. It's probably Celine. I think it's Empress Celine. Anyway, so we are trying to figure out like which Vanatori agent, or if it is the Vanatori, they're gonna assassinate her. That's the main story quest. But we're doing all kinds of other side stuff. We're gonna do everything in this game that we can. We're gonna take our time with it. I'll ever play it once probably, so might as well get the most out of it. Thing, queen of the sandwich storage. That's right. Hey, we got some new stuff here. Or some new stuff. We have reports ready.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
All right. Ha, a fine plan. Might I suggest that the apples be part of the hunt? A boar choked on apples has sweeter flesh, or so I hear. Ah, right. What do we get for this? We actually got a like a purple item. Celine Dion. Gather coins. We got that. So if you haven't seen Dragon Age Inquisition before, the war table is a big part of this, where you have agents that you send off to do things. Some of them open up new zones. Some of them just do a kind of side quest on their own. Some of them collect resources. And it takes time for them to get back. Find Crestwood's mayor. Oh, this one I really want to do. So the mayor actually flooded his, like purposely let in the dam waters and flooded his town and killed everyone. And as we found out, he fled town. So we're like, where the crap did this guy go? Here the mayor of Crestwood's been found. When he comes in, stick him in the holding cells. Let him stew there until the Inquisitor brings him out for judgment. Oh boy. King Film, her husband. To serve any master. That was simpler than I would have hoped. The Imperial Counting House clerks were so shocked to have been discovered and so fearful of being found out. They all but swore their loyalty to the Inquisition on the spot. May I just say they are behaving themselves so far. Indeed, they sent gifts to prove of their good faith. But we will watch them closely, nevertheless. In the meantime, any efforts we make to gather coin in Skyhold will undoubtedly benefit from their placement. Sigil of Lyrium. So sigils are they're almost kind of like cursed objects in Curse of the Dead Gods, which we've been playing a lot lately, where it has like a positive and a negative. So it might do something like, I don't know, this is an extreme example and probably doesn't exist, but it might be something like you crit 50% of the time, but your crits hurt you or something, you know? Positive and negative. Her loyal bodyguard, sir, and rap. That's right. What do we have here? Locate weapon of Tirda Bright Axe. Ooh. Yes. 22 hours. Oh, no. So, we've been discovering these monuments throughout the game that recant the tale of Tirda Bright Axe, Avar Mother. And they are these poems that have been talking about her. She's this legendary figure. So, anyway, it looks like we might be able to get her weapon, but we're not getting it today. It's going to take 22 hours. I'm going to go ahead and send this off, though. Inquisitor. As a longtime scholar of the ancient Avar, I find the information you uncovered about Tirda Bright Axe fascinating. Many believe the Avar are unsophisticated barbarians with no culture worth studying, but do not Ordelesians say the same of us? The rich oral tradition of the Avar has been largely lost, leaving only these rune-marked fragments. Nevertheless, these confirm what we have heard in stories, that Tirda pulled her tribe away from would-be warlord and chose a hard life in the mountains for uncertain reasons. It is fortunate that she did, for had the Avar remained, the ancient Alamari might have pushed north and attracted the attention of the Neromidian tribes that would one day form the Tvinter Imperium. Had that happened, it is unlikely the Alamari would have survived to become Ferelden as we know it. Based on marker runes left at each of these locations, I may be able to find the site where Tyrda's legendary axe is located. Crystal-headed axe said to burn with flame. Did we already find this? Would be a fascinating find indeed if the Inquisition will finance my expedition. Yours, Sister Dorcas? Dorcas Garen? Man, their mother must have hated them. Wait, we already found a crystal-headed axe that lights on fire in like a hidden cave somewhere that we just happened to discover. If this shows me the location of the cave where I already went and got this axe, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. For our time, I can provide this scholar with soldiers to protect her. The Avar tribes are not friendly. My scouts can get Sister Dorcas in and out of the mountain safely. Sister Dorcas has distant ties to Ferelden nobility.
All right.
Send Cullen, I guess. I don't know. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to be annoyed about it. Expose the double agent. Gather herbs. Crestwood resources. Escape route for agents in Crestwood. Let's see what this one is. Inquisitor. I have moved some of my agents into Care Bronach. The fortress in Crestwood. At the moment, the villagers prefer us to the bandits. And it is an excellent waypoint from Ferelden to Orlais. We can make it a rendezvous point for our messengers carrying sensitive information from either country. If you're familiar with the caves underneath Crestwood, they run for miles. If we excavate some passages, our agents could easily enter and exit the keep without being seen. We can send Liliana to this. Opening these secret tunnels will let us evade any prying eyes. Turn toward Carebride. Sure, we'll send her in.
Inquisitor.
Should open another route. Let's see. So both of the people we could send to that one are busy, so nothing to do there. Let's go look in the Orlais area. Make contact in the Emerald Graves. Looks like that opens up a new zone. Liberate Priest du Leon. These are the main story quests. Better wait on those. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that one takes 20. My dearest Josephine, the hills of Empress du Lion are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sarnia. Spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry, and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. Oh boy. I suspected red lyrium and sent men to investigate, but the bridge leading to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templars' handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all of the Highlands may be lost. Not really ready for that either. So, what's the Emerald Grove one? We've been contacted by Fairbanks, who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers to trade the information in exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. There have been reported sightings of these rebels all over the Dales, where they have caused significant problems for Orlesian troops. Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He is hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. Could prove a useful asset if we choose to trust him. My dearest Pookie. I'll send emissaries to meet Fairbanks along with the hidden agents to find him. Yeah, sure. Let's open this up. Story day. How's it going, Ashley? Lead Scout Harding made contact with Fairbanks and his men in the Emerald Graves and had a run-in with the rebel Freemen of the Dales. They are as violent as we've been led to believe. As for Fairbanks, Harding was unable to coax much from him. He will only share that he knows what he knows with the Herald of Andraste, it seems. Fairbanks is holding his information close to his chest. I wonder if it might relate to something bigger than just the Freemen of the Dales. If there's a chance at all, then we must learn all we can from him. Harding has set up an outpost in the Emerald Graves. Be careful, Inquisitor. The forest of the Graves is treacherous and home to enemies, both new and ancient. Let's go check this out. It's not what we were doing last time, but it's great. let me see how much room we have in our inventory. We might want to sell some stuff before we go to a new area. How's it going, Ash? Like, that's right. It's Story Monday nights on a Wednesday morning. Section 446. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Sorry, I missed that 9 minutes ago. All right, let's see here. We're fine. We're fine. Let's go on free water. Yeah, Inquisition's back after 3 weeks. You doing all right? How am I? I'm okay. Just a bit tired today. But what's new with that? Nothing new with that. Oh, we should go ahead and send our last agent off to get gold. We might as well. Well, Leon, or I mean, Josephine, go get some gold.
No further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to recover.
All right. Let's go check out a new zone. It's kind of exciting. We haven't gone to a brand new zone in quite a while. I don't remember who we were using most recently. We are still trying out two-hander ourselves. So I'm gonna go. Well, I'll take Sarah with us. Blackwood and Solus are kind of our. We always take them just about. So Blackwall is our tanky boy until I decide if I'm going to be tanking or not. Solus gives us barriers to survive. I wreck things, and then the fourth person also wrecks things. I think we were taking Dorian a bit as well, because we got some stuff on Solus now where like debuffs on enemies do extra things, and Dorian debuffs enemies. You finally finished Inquisition last week. Game's long but good. That's awesome. How many hours do you think your playthrough was? And do you think did you do like basically everything? Because from what I understand, like if you do everything, it's massive, like stupidly long. So at the moment I'm planning on doing everything that we can find blindly, but I might change my mind after we're 200 hours into the game. And I'm like, did everything. 200 hours into the game, like, oh, I'm not going back to the hinterlands.
See you again, Inquisitor. Hope you've got your comfortable boots on. The scouts have seen a number of fade rifts all over the forest. We've located this mysterious Fairbanks. He won't share his information with anyone but you. He and his men are camped out at Watcher's Reach on the path ahead. From what we can tell, they're refugees from the war. Peasants, mostly.
Peasants. Tell me about Fairbanks.
Tell me everything you know about Fairbanks.
We don't know much about him. He appeared after the Civil War started, helping people fleeing from the destruction. Fairbanks is likely not his real name.
Do you know anything else about the region?
They call this place the Emerald Graves. Legend says that a tree grows here for every elven knight of Halam Sharal who perished in its defense. Makes you sad, doesn't it?
Yes.
What was done to the elves here was unforgivable.
Never again. At least I hope not.
Let's just flirt with her for no reason. We haven't in a while.
I do enjoy these encounters. It's like we're getting to know each other.
Best girl feeling? Yeah.
We are, aren't we? Such a shame our meetings are so brief. But, you know, saving the world and all that. Busy, busy.
Busy,
Thank you for
busy.
the information. I'll head out.
Morning, morning.
One other thing. You've tangled with the Freemen of the Dales before. They have a presence here.
I have, yeah.
Watch your back, Inquisitor.
Long but good, just like well hung. Yeah. Man, that game was not good at all. I mean, for a mobile game, for what it is, it's good enough if that's what you're playing, but it wasn't great, we'll say, for a game in general. Oh, I forgot we had Blackwall the cheese shield. It's not even our best shield, but I had to equip it to him because it was ridiculous when I found it. So I found it up in like this little hidden area, this little hidden overlook. And I was like, is it going to actually look like cheese? Turns out it does. Knight's Guardian. Traveling through the Emerald Graves in the Dales, one will see dozens of carven stone wolves. The Dalish call these the Knight's Guardian. In the days of Elven Halam Sharal, Wolf companions walked alongside Emerald Knights, never leaving the side of their chosen knight. Wolf and elf would fight together, eat together, and when the knights slept, wolves would guard them. Statues were erected in memory of their unbreakable bond. An excerpt from In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Brother Genetivi. Let's not talk about what Adam Kuzlin did with Brother Genetivi back in Origin. Hello.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
This could help us.
Giant lure. All right. Brand new zone. Excited to be in a new zone. What's this one? Watch reach. So we'll head to that right away. Look around here. What are my skill numbers again? All right, we picked up Walking Fortress, so we did get our specialization, and that's part of it. So Walking Fortress makes us immune to damage for a little while, and then as we crit, our cooldown is reduced. So Mighty Blow for the knockdown. I got Block and Slash. 4 is our charge. 5 is Whirlwind. 6 stun. I will remember this eventually. But on PS4, I don't know how many hours. Oh, PS4 doesn't keep track of your hours played. I never realized that. Never thought about that, I guess. Love the Emerald Graves map. I like elven things, and I like foresty areas, so I'll probably like this as well. The Emerald Graves. Let's see what kind of enemies we got here. Well, there's some Red Templar kind of guys over here. What level are you? 14!
Here to help Fairbanks. He's a dead man. He and his crew.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a friggin' archer over here. I'll get used to the gameplay again soon.
Ask them if they want arrows, or maybe tell them.
Like Thor. Oh, my character, yeah, with the winged helm and the and the hammer that sprays out elemental damage. Dwarven Rock Crusher. I guess we'll pick this stuff up. If our inventory gets full, we can drop it, but if not, we'll sell it. Yeah, I gotta get back into the swing of playing this. We are playing on the hardest difficulty, so things do hit hard, and it seems like they scale more. There's a question mark on the map. Let's go see what that is before I end up forgetting about it. Oh, let's see. Nope, they're gone. Just gonna see what kind of crafting item that ram drops. Probably the same as the rams in the first zone, but XCOM 2 is on GOG for $7 Canadian. No, I didn't see that. But speaking of Humble, if you go to Exclamation Humble, their subscription bundle for this month is really good. It has Chimera Squad in it, and Chimera Squad is really awesome. Some months aren't great on Humble, honestly. But if you haven't picked up Chimera Squad and you like squad-based tactics games like XCOM, Chimera Squad's really good. Yeah, thank you. There's the link. Andraste's light. We have brought Andraste's light to the Dales. None can deny her truth. In time, all will open their hearts to the Maker. Or summary given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. Exalted March. Poor elves. No wonder they... Anyway. Candle for Tristan. 7 years ago, my son Tristan was traveling through the Emerald Graves when bandits set upon him. He died at their hands. Since then, every year on the anniversary of his death, I light a candle for him at the Lion's Pavilion, near where they found him. Now a band of violent rebels has claimed the forest. They roam up and down the highways, killing as they go. No one will escort me to the pavilion for fear of encountering them. I pray a brave and kind soul will. If they find themselves at the pavilion, remember a mother's laments, and light a flame in memory of the fallen. Forgive me, my son, Dolores. Dolores now? That name is forever tainted to me because of Harry Potter. Umbridge. Was that her first name? Dolores Umbridge? Feel bad if I'm just misremembering. It's like I'm hating this name. It's like, Adam, her name was Debbie. Oh. Wouldn't be the first time something like that happened, though. Oh, that guy's dead. New here, Kellen, found your YouTube caught up here around this in your playthrough. It's like 80 hours. Tried soloing Nightmare, but the combat just takes too long. It's pretty boring, so you're now doing party play. Yeah, that's my one complaint. Kel, is it seems like one of the extra difficulty things of Nightmare so far is just all the enemies have a lot of HP. So even like easier fights, like against bandits that are your level, even with a party, sometimes they just take a long time. So it's almost like it artificially increases the length of the game. But yeah, thank you for coming in, Kel. Did you actually find the channel through Inquisition itself too on YouTube? If so, you're the first one that's ever come to the stream that actually found the channel that I know of through Inquisition, which is pretty cool. We usually get found through like guides and challenge playthroughs of things I really know about, not play blindly through. Caught a mild case of the deads. Mild, yeah. Mr. Inquisition, that's awesome, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. What do we got here? Kind of don't want to fall in this hole. Prayer stones. Skyrim did the same. Hard mode, 50,000 more HP for crabs. Oh man, the first time I decided to try Skyrim on Legendary, and right off the bat, like in the first little area where you run into the spider, it took me like 20 minutes or something to kill the spider. I was like, maybe I don't want to do a full Legendary playthrough. Torches Dallas run. Yeah, thank you, Doug. Yeah, a lot of people find through Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon and RimWorld is really common, so it's always surprising when someone mentions they found us through one of the story playthroughs. Yeah, thank you, Doug. I always am interested in hearing how people find the stream and whatnot. So, all right, what we got down here? Well, hello.
Fairbanks is expecting you at the camp. Watch yourself. I'd like to trust you, but we don't trust anyone these days.
The KFC game, yeah.
Keep your hands and weapons to yourself.
Oh, so this is just like marking the route to the Fairbanks area. We'll have to go do the rift sometime. I love you, Colonel Sanders. What's funny is I just uploaded that onto the archive channel. Got rated over here. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, for anyone that hasn't been here on a Wednesday before, so Wednesday morning we play through a story-based game completely blindly. I don't know the game. We typically play the hardest difficulty if there's a difficulty setting, and we just take our time, we do everything, read everything, have fun. Don't worry about numbers as much on a Wednesday. If you're not interested in this kind of play style or game day, no hard feelings at all. Tons of content on the YouTube channel, and then the rest of the week is our normal content. So back to Darkest Dungeon tomorrow. They are billions. Yeah. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I do have people sometimes that ask me if I know certain games that I've played a lot. It's always kind of funny. There's no way they could know. But someone came in on like Monday and they were like, Adam, I don't know if you like RTS games. I've only played like 25,000 hours of Brood War. Anyway, I don't know if you like RTS games, but you might want to try out They Are Billions. It's pretty tough, and I think you might like it.
You'd know what you're talking about.
Right, well.
It's like, oh, you're probably right. Yeah, I probably like They Are Billions.
Good day to you.
Played a ton, never finished the campaign. Most of the campaign, got week 86 through like 3 dungeons in a row after 0 deaths. Man, it sucks that you had those wipes, but that's awesome. 86 weeks in with 0 deaths is not easy. So, that's awesome, Thug.
What did they need? It is an honor to meet the Herald of Andraste.
You abandoned your torchless run, Doy? You gonna restart? Thanks.
You're too kind.
As much as I admire you, however, I did not reach out to the Inquisition just for this. As my missive stated, we can help each other. You have encountered the Freemen. Aggressive bastards, no? They've killed a dozen of my people. We've tried to fight, but we cannot match their strength. You can. Why should you care about this, you ask? Because the Freemen are colluding with your enemy.
Hey Val, happy story day. Thank you, Val. Happy to be back. We haven't done story day in like 3 weeks or something. I'm guessing he's talking about the Red Templar or something. Let's see.
Which enemy do you mean?
The rogue Templars.
Yep.
I've seen them through the woods, heading for the Freemen bases, leaving with crates. Destroy the Freemen, and they'll lead you straight to the Red Templars. This I promise.
I'll look into this, Fairbanks.
All my information about the Freemen is right here in our camp. Help us, and everything I know about the Dales, about these woods, I will share with the Inquisition.
If you haven't already, Doy, if you're trying out Torchless for one of your first times or whatever, it's crazy how good scouting is. So if you haven't already figured that out, or if you have been prioritizing scouting, I would very much say prioritize scouting a lot. My most successful Torchless runs, the easiest Torchless runs, are ones that we get the Houndmaster scouting whistle early. We've had ones where we get the Houndmaster scouting whistle like literally off the tutorial dungeon, and makes it so much easier as long as you get a Houndmaster as well. There is a oh, it must be up there, but scouting is so good. I think it's an overlooked thing in Darkest Dungeon. Not only does it allow you to do things like disarm traps so you don't get as much stress, it helps you to find secret rooms, it helps you find the quest items quicker, it helps you decide how you're going to navigate the dungeon. It also means that you don't get surprised, and getting surprised in Torchless all the time is friggin' annoying. Terrible. So I really think scouting is an awesome stat, especially before you get those other premium trinkets going. Secret rooms are OP, yeah. So much gold in those. Over the book for 10k on week 2 or 3. Is it worth the gold? I don't know. That one would be a tough one. Yeah, it might actually be. If you've gotten a couple of Houndmasters and you have the golds, like maybe actually. But yeah, that would be a tough decision for me to buy it. I might though. Go to Scoutiston, had 6 sprint scouting, went to 2 long dungeon, failed to find state room. That always feels bad, yeah. Anytime that it's you like have a lot of a percentage and you don't get it, it feels like you're cheated, even though you know it's not 100%, right? It's just like when you have dodge really high. Like sometimes I'll have 80% dodge or something like that, or 95% dodge, and then I get crit tree branch smacked down to death's door. I'm like, this isn't supposed to happen. Pry, you changed your name. Who were you before? Potato, the Watcher. I don't know who first called this place Watcher's Canyon. I know it's named for the strange hooded figure overlooking the ravine. No one knows who he is. People in these parts always refer to him as the Watcher. He must have had an elven name. Perhaps he was one of their gods. None of the elves here can tell me. I don't think they even know anymore. In this cave, Watcher's reach, well, he's reaching down into it, isn't he? Maybe with him guarding us, we'll survive the war. Fairbanks Journal. Panzer. Yeah, Potato. Panzer, if you would, just whisper me your old name, and I'll get your hours on the bot switched over. That way, like, it won't yell at you if you post a link or something. Potato. We're at all these keys for the whole long dungeon. You feel cheated, even though you know it's not a guarantee. That's right, I did Long Ruin, Shuffle, Chantress, Courtier dodges. Yeah, scouting. Scouting's really good. So characters that have additional scouting camping as well. So you'll see a lot of people ask me why I do it, but you'll see me camp early in a lot of dungeons. And a lot of times I use the camp for, excuse me, guy, for buffs instead of using it for recovery. It just depends on the team and whatnot. But like Houndmaster, Bounty Hunter, Grave Robber, I mean anyone with a camping skill that adds to scouting is really awesome as well. It's another reason I think medium dungeons actually end up being better than short dungeons, not just because of the extra loot, not just because of the extra
We're watching you.
or not because the extra loot or the what else was I gonna say, the chance that secret rooms and things like that, but because you have a camp that you can either use to get buffed for half the dungeon or use as recovery. Inquisition, just getting started, getting back into it. It's been 3 weeks since we played, so I'm trying to remember things. Snowblind. We just went to a brand new zone though, which is kind of cool. Pyrophytes. Let's go in Snowblind. Yeah, scouting is really good in Dark's Dungeon. Was there a way up there from in here? I'm gonna go check before we leave this area.
Don't
oh yeah.
Look for trouble.
Well, there must be. I wonder if this can loop around too. This goes up. You know what? I'm just gonna go back and look before I start exploring too much. Yeah, I think scouting in general in Dark Dungeon is a little bit of an undervalued. Oh yeah, through here, undervalued stat by a lot of people. Front page, needed more elf fruit, so I went with him to the grove by that strange rock on the road that looks like a grumpy old woman smoking a pipe. Freemen were there. They didn't see us at first, but Grier stepped on a twig. I didn't think that happened in real life, only in stories. That twig. Barely got away. Didn't like having to tell Fairbanks we lost the herbalist. They're gonna kill us all, one by one. How you doing, Snowblind? So what are you playing recently? Are you looping? Doing something else? I'm sorry to tell you of the lives we have lost. Gertrude, Chavin, Devon, Jacques Keys. Were taken by Sister Cousteau's men while hunting. They are dead. Pray the Maker have mercy on their soul. Freemen are preparing for something, stocking up on supplies and men. Patrols range further each day. Be careful where you go when you forage. Keep close by. To prevent more deaths, we must look out for each other. Soldiers among us have volunteered to guard and patrol Watcher's Reach, so the rest of us can stay safe. With heavy heart, your friend and protector, Fairbanks. Rotating games a bit, trying out new Arkham horror game. Oh yeah, I know you mentioned, so you did end up getting it. Just released yesterday. Yeah, you were asking if anyone else had played it. How are you liking it so far?
We're in the Dales, and I haven't seen any Dalish.
Usually when there's something like this, it means there are elven markings somewhere.
I'm too old to be living in a forest.
Might be a good story game. Battleground state. It seems a bitter twist of fate to discover that half of Thetis does not consider my homeland a nation at all. Qunari maps depict the island as part of their territory, without any ambiguousness to the claim. I can only assume this is because all islands within the Boric Ocean naturally fall under their jurisdiction. The Defender maps, meanwhile, still proudly show the entire island as part of the Imperium, even though Imperial control outside of small pockets is a little more than fiction and changes whenever the Qunari return their attention to that area. Here reports speak of fog warriors as if we are beasts, little better than darkspawn or dragons, dangerous element of the wilderness, best avoided or eliminated, but ultimately of no consequence. It angers me to read these things. Ours is a land that has been shaped by war, as no other. Long ago the Imperium came, and after centuries of trying and failing to turn us into compliant Imperial citizens. The Qunari came instead. They conquered Saharan and attempted to convert us. Neither side succeeded in taking our freedom, and though battle after bloody battle have ground our ancient halls of wisdom practically to dust, we still dream of the land that was. The fog dancers who travel with each band of warriors regale them with the legends of old and keep the songs of our people alive. They say that the griffins of the Grey Wardens came from Saharan. They tell us the ancient curse of Nahar that brought the fog and the promise that will one day lift it. They speak of the March of Four Winds, of the lost people who fled to the northern islands, and the great heroes who learned at the feet of elves. Are the old tales true? We may never know. All that remains of the land Saharan once was is gone, but I know we will make them true someday. From Land of Fog by Brother Ashore Vel. Theme of the combat, it's kind of interesting. The voice acting is just hit or miss. Only got about 3 hours in it so far. You've played some more. So you said it's like a horror game, but like in what sort? Is it like survival horror? Is it more like the Call of Cthulhu game that we played? Something completely different from either of those? There's got to be some elven runes here somewhere. You would think. What's up, Clara?
I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood to talk right now.
Not in the mood to talk. Wolf Falls. Even with countless gallons of water rushing down over it for centuries, the wolf statue remains intact. Magic, perhaps? Yeah, pretty cool zone so far.
I can't believe he's making us hide out here like mad.
Map of Watcher's Pass. All right, we got a treasure map. It looks like there's going to be a wooden bridge somewhere in like a rock wall with some kind of painting on it. Mansions of Madness board game. Ever played that? I have not. So, trying to make it like Detective Story where you are investigating a murder with occult tie-ins. So kind of close to Call of Cthulhu. Gotcha. Any idea if it has like a branching story at all, or a seemingly branching story at least? I am really shocked there's no elven runes here. Maybe they're out here somewhere.
Inquisitor.
That's me. Weird. Maybe there is. What do we got here? Red lyrium. Logging stand. We got a new camp up there before the dawn. There we go. This is actually a pretty decent sized zone.
The camp's just asking for trouble.
So this is actually a main story quest back at not Haven, back at Skyholes. I'm not gonna go do that right now. All right, let's venture on. What is this? A logging stand? Let's go see if we can make our way there. You're not in the mood to talk? Listen to me. Details. I want them right now. Don't have a job. No place to go. Not in the mood. Get in the mood. Remember that quote from Seinfeld? I don't remember that one now. Who's saying it? I have an idea in my head, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember it. A little more scripted. You play through chapters, the little quest objectives. It's got some side quest type things. Oh, okay. So maybe like Alan Wake / Call of Cthulhu sort of thing. George, yeah. George, of course. Solus? Are you not attacking because you have this friggin' torch? Yeah. I wonder if we're taking more damage than normal. Pretty good analogy for it. Yeah. Solus just standing there with a torch. I don't know what to do. I can't cast spells without doing my fusion dance. Oops. Every time he's attacking, it looks like he's getting ready to fuse with Goku or Vegeta or something. He doesn't have the earring, can't do it. All the mages do that though.
When we get back. I could use pie. Or 3.
That's a lot of pie for one person.
You'd understand if you've ever been hungry. In your bones hungry.
Sarah wants to eat a bunch of pie. I'll join Sarah in a pie eating contest. What we got up here? Oh, it's an Asterium. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. It's not the like cheese constellation. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, I didn't connect the sides over there. Yeah. All right, I gotta redo that. For some reason, I didn't even look at the sides. Let's redo that. You already think it's probably worth the 15 bucks you spent? Worried when you started the tutorial because it seemed almost too simplistic and childish. By the time you made chapter 3, which we're at now, starting to take on some darker material. Gotcha. So it starts up kind of slow. Thing gets pretty good so far. There's the Lovecraftian themes. Pork pie the other day was awesome. Alluvia. Owing primarily to the popular Orlesian tale of the same name, constellation Alluvia is commonly referred to as sacrifice. During the Glory Age, folklore told of a young woman saved from a lustful mage by being sent into the sky by her father, after which the mage killed him, hence the sacrifice. The daughter became the constellation depicted as a seated woman with her head in the clouds. Prior to this tale, Alluvia was thought to represent Razakael, the Tevinter old god of mystery, and the constellation was the source of many superstitions involving the granting of wishes. Let's go on Pilot Watch. Welcome in. All right, let's see if we can find this logging stand. There's got to be some kind of way to pass through. Oh, you guys are friendly?
Safe travels.
I was about to charge into you. Whoa there. Is there an easy way up over there? Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a savory kind of pie in a long time. Pot pies or anything like that. The Guide. Historians have been unable to identify the mysterious and cloaked pointing figure in the Emerald Graves. Some believe it a representation of the elven god Falandin, known also as the Friend of the Dead or the Guide. Others believe it an elaborate elven joke. Its punchline lost to time. An elaborate elven joke. They made a giant statue pointing. It does remind me of that conversation we had weeks ago where we're talking about how we like to think that civilization and people in general have changed so much over the last 1,000 years, but a lot of the carvings and graffiti that they found in like ancient Roman dig sites and whatnot, or just things like literally so and so was here, or like mom jokes and things like that. Jokes about genitalia. Like playing the logging stand. All right. Like some of the ones I read that they translated from like a bathhouse at Pompeii or whatever. That's right, yeah. Exactly. Andraste's promise. When her chant is spoken from all corners of the world, the Maker will return. We are one day closer to his coming. A sermon given by Sister Amity. Conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. The Exalted March is basically a genocide of the elves in the area. So the Dales, the Dalish, are the elves that are native to this area. So I'm on the couch, rain coming in through the bedroom ceiling. Wait, didn't you have a problem like that last year or something, Pineapple? That sucks, man. It's going well so far. I'm getting back in the hang of things after not playing for a few weeks. We're in a brand new zone. Never been here before at all. Whoops. We're in the Emerald Graves. Did you have a problem like that? Is it the exact same place too? That sucks, man. Let's go see what the rifts are like in this area. Same place. Really sucks. Fade touched Pyrophyte. I guess we might as well loot this stuff over here. I'm not even sure how good of a material it is, but it's in a new area in Orlais, so it's probably better than like iron, I would guess. Out of the way, cheese shields. I can't believe he's wearing cheese. Can't believe that's an item. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it sucks. We had something like that similar happen in a place that we rented in Arizona, actually. And we had no idea it was coming, obviously, at all, because it doesn't rain until it's like monsoon season, and then it just friggin' destroyed the wall on one side. Turns out what happened there is the house that we had these sort of like don't even know what you would call them, but like where the entryway of the house, like it was steeped. Anyway, the design left for these like areas on either side, and apparently pigeons had gotten in there over years and years and years. I didn't know this, but apparently pigeon poop is corrosive, and pigeons had gotten there and pooped so much over the years before he rented the place that it had literally deteriorated that section of the roof. And when it rained the next monsoon season, it just poured into that wall. Luckily, it was a rental and it wasn't our fault, so they just came and took care of it. But man, they came out, they repaired the wall, the ceiling, the roof, and then they put these spikes in there to make sure pigeons couldn't roost or nest into it. Hunting log 20 Solus. Tracked the great brute to the middle of the graves. I hate this place. Elven curses on every tree, but it'll be worth it. Camille will have to pay attention if she sits in that clumsy fool's lap for a cub's pelt. Just think all she'll do for me when I bring her back the head of this giant beast. Have courage, focus, believe. Yes, I can envision the furry trophy already in my clutches. Wonder what it's going to be. The power of pigeon poop. Yeah. What's going, Craig? Build a wall. Makes pigeons pay for it? No, not quite. I mean, unless you mean pay for it, like stop them from being able to roost there. You'll pay for this, pigeons. But no, the pigeons did not give any kind of monetary fund for the replacement of the wall. All right, rift in this zone. See how the rifts are. don't know who it was. Someone just hit them for 2,000 damage. It was probably Sarah. Playing through Dragon Age Trilogy yourself right now. You love these games. Yeah, I'm really liking this one too. I don't know. This one seems to get crapped on a little bit, but I'm liking it so far. They paid in poop. That rift was pretty easy. Is there a quest here? No. I mean, not a main story quest. Ocular in here. Side quest, as usual. Also, that note talked about a giant furry creature, and this area is called like Bear Grove. So I'm guessing we're gonna find a bear. Maybe a boss bear. Hello? Boss bear? Definitely looks like where the bear will be. Maybe we have to have a quest or something where it shows up. Bear Grove, you've been to that club? I almost read that as Cub. Like Inquisition, Origin is still the best though. Yeah, I liked Origin too. My first playthrough of it was way after it had been out, so it felt a little dated to me at that point. But for people that like that style of game, still good. And people that played it when it was newer probably have a much better opinion. Even the second one's worth playing. 7 of these. God, I hate this stupid thing. It's not difficult. It's just I hate the camera. Why'd they make it so blurry during this? Yeah. We're looking through the skull of a dead tranquil. And it's distorted. Whatever. Didn't have to do it this way. Alright, get me out of this. Game with the DA name on it attached. Too many expectations. Because Origins was so good. My eyes! I know, that's what I think every time. It's like, why? Why is this a thing? What's the hotkey for that? I or something? It makes a weird sound. Yeah, I like Inquisition overall. I can understand that a lot of people don't like the open world, almost endless side quest sort of thing, but you don't have to do those things. I guess if you're a completionist and you feel like you have to or something, it can get tedious, but memory of DA2 for second environments. Felt like playing ME1 again. Thinking about me for Divinity 2. Should I play the first one though? If I end up playing the Divinities, should I play Original Sin before I play 2? I'm afraid if I play 2 first, even though it's considered the better game, I'll never go back and play 1. Is 1 worth playing? Just go to 2. I think after this, I'm going to play something shorter for Wednesdays. Maybe something that's a few weeks instead of a few months. And then I'll do another big vote. Or like we talked about, I might have 2 different categories on the poll this time. After this, yeah. A palate cleanser. Batman or something. Worthwhile, but 2 is definitely the spear one.
You saved my granddaughter's
The
life.
dig.
Thank you.
I saved your granddaughter's life? Cool, I didn't even know I did it. Man, what a hero we are. We're just going around, like, mining rocks with our hands and looking at these shards, and we just happen to save someone's life in the meantime. What, I can't take this roast as a weapon? You already have cheese shield. Done the Ori games? No, I haven't played all the way through the Ori games either. I played the first one a little bit. I like those kind of games. Played the first one a little bit when it first came out and never got a chance to get back to it. Speaking of, when I was uploading stuff to the archive channel, for some reason I only have one, or I don't have episode 1 of Blasphemous playthrough. Don't know where the VOD is. I know I saved them. I really liked Blasphemous a lot. I made sure I saved the VODs to put up someday. Can't find episode 1. Really sucks. Hopefully I can find it. Go check my other drive sometime. But those are no more 6 weeks. Shortish. Yeah, I might put them up for the vote. Why are there deep mushrooms out here? Take you less time than this one because there aren't any MMO type quests. Reason it took you so long is bad gamer time. Did you say like all of the text in that game is voiced over? Almost everything. Alright. On we go. Fallen Sister. Fairing's arguments mentioned a Freeman target named Sister Cousteau. Last stationed at the Viridian Mine in the Emerald Graves. What time is it? I gotta check on my daughter here soon. Should be able to get here first though. Or get there, rather. Judge the prisoner. So the prisoner is the mayor from what's the name of that town? Crestwood? I think Crestwood. The mayor that drowned the town. Those people were getting sick, and he was like, they're not gonna get better. I've seen this before. People have told me. I should kill them before everyone has it. What's happening? Why are you freaking out there, Blackwall? You hate nugs? Blackwall hates nugs. Don't tell Liliana. Liliana has pet nugs, apparently. Yeah, I might put the Ori game on the vote for a shorter game. Put Batman on there. I want to play through Ghosts of Sashimi. Sarah, get out of my way. Can't go this way anyway. Whatever. I don't need that pyrite. Whatever it is. I think that one's about 40 hours. Nugs, not drugs. All right. Just never. Man, we're ripping people apart. Ghosts of Sashimi. That's right. You need to play through the Final Fantasy VII remake still. Oh, as I was uploading things on the archive channel, I got to the God of War playthrough, so that's finally on the secondary YouTube channel. That was a lot of fun. Man, I really loved that game. my favorite modern games. Maybe one of my favorite games. So good. There was nothing in that game that I disliked. Really crazy. Excuse me. Ugh. Almost died of my own saliva. Happens. So much issue in due to the series. Yeah. From what I understand, it's way different, of course, than the previous, but it's on right now. Good 20 minutes. New camera adjustment. So I don't know if I should say this because it might ruin it for you, Doy, or anyone that's watching the old channel. When I was uploading some of those, I noticed something. My old microphone that I had, not only was it not as good of a microphone, but it was way higher sensitivity, and I apparently never noticed, never adjusted it. But you can hear like my lips hitting each other pretty often during some of those old playthroughs. I'm not so sure the God of War one, but further back, and I was listening to it and I was like, oh no, how did I never notice this? But it was like I have no idea why it was like that. You noticed that too? Yeah. It was really highly sensitive microphone. As you listen through the archive channel if anyone does, you'll notice like you can hear things friggin' everywhere too. Like you can hear people outside. When that door opens, you can hear every inch of movement from the door. Like it's crazy. You've heard how the Dalish would hang trespassers. Hung them from trees. That's what they say. Would you believe it? You can still see them. I swear on the Maker's beard. When I saw that face in the tree, I just about peed myself. Screaming face of a murdered right in front of me. I was afraid if I stayed long, I would hear it howling. Haven't even been drinking. Don't believe me? Go see for yourself. I think I will. Where's one of those pink? What the crap? What are those things? I don't know. Got a feeling we're gonna find out soon, though. Any main quest stuff yet? Not today, no. I'm getting back in the hang of things after not playing for a few weeks. I said I was going to the next time I played do some main story quests. I kind of want to today, but I didn't want to dive straight into main story after not playing in weeks, you know? So let's go on. Imperator, welcome in. Jeremy, aliens. Yeah. Aliens. It's always aliens. Ancient aliens. Went through the rest of my guard and a lot of health in one hit. Oh, that's because it's a named enemy.
It's always remarkable how some will take advantage of chaos.
You see live first time, Imperator? Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you for being here. So, oh, Soul Kisser. I was actually surprised how many views the first couple episodes of this have on YouTube. Usually our blind Let's Plays of things get very little traction. Like a couple dozen views. This one has over 1,000, which is really good for my channel for this kind of playthrough. I'm sure it's gonna fall off pretty hard because I'm playing it so slowly, but you know what? That's what today's about. So, Soul Kisser, unique mace. It's a level 10 level requirement. On hit, heal 1% of maximum health. That's pretty interesting. Let's see what Blackwall has. 1% of max health healed on hit. All right, Blackwall, what you got going on? Oh yeah, we got Brand as well from the war table. Never looked at that. Brand is a unique sword, level 11 sword. Fire resist sword, chance to inflict immolates. All weapon attacks deal fire damage. Interesting. All right, there's Soul Kisser. So less DPS, which also means less threats. Both are level 10 as well. So the real benefit is just the healing, which seems good, but maybe I should actually equip the better shield on him again. Nah, the Wedge of Destiny. It's too good. Too good. Tested Blade, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome. Oh, I got it before the alert popped up. Got a mosaic. Used to watch playthroughs of your favorite games all the time. Mostly the same YouTubers. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, when someone finally finds me for this game and they like this kind of style, I mean, some people are going to like this kind of style playthrough. Lots are going to hate it. Can't please everyone, right? They might look for other playthroughs, like the Mordor, Shadow Mordor and Shadow War playthroughs, or something like that, you know? So I'm trying to do my best to link them together as well. So what I've been doing is, like, on these ones, I'll actually have some cards on the video throughout occasionally that will point to, like, other story-based playthroughs. From Sister Cousteau. As I have said, there is no reason to worry about the other Freeman cells. Since we are in the Dales, I shall invoke the heathen philosophy of Ver Adalin, the way of the wood. Each tree is part of a greater whole. It is the same with us. We are all part of a greater plan. The Dales will be ours. That I promise. Charted Mass. Yeah, story-based games. It's really, yeah. Sister Cousteau. Hugh. Yes, I know what Duhame thinks about the people in Watcher's Reach. He's wrong. Refugees think us monsters, all because of Duhame and his like. If they get in the way, I suppose we must eliminate them, but we will not hunt them. We will not murder them unless they force our hand. Hope he understands. Yours faithfully, Sister Cousteau. Ever interested in Dragon Age? That's awesome, yeah. I mean, everyone has their own preference for things, you know, so. Let's go and fly, welcome in. They were in here. Elf Snake Vitar. Kunari trained only. Critical damage bonus, willpower. Yeah, we'll open your cell in a minute, don't worry. So I missed the location. What'd you miss? So we haven't played this in a few weeks, so I'm just kind of getting back in the swing of things. We opened up a new zone. We opened up the Emerald Graves. And so now we're doing some quests in the Emerald Graves. Emerald Graves is kind of, it's like an extension almost of the Exalted Lands. It's part of what happened during the Exalted March, or area that was impacted by the Exalted March. For anyone that doesn't know the Exalted March, basically humans in Orlais went through and basically committed genocide against the Dalish elves there in the name of Andraste and the Maker and whatnot. That's like a very, very condensed version of what we've learned. But that's what this zone is. It's an old Dalish area. Level 15. We're doing quests in here, and then probably after we do some of this zone, I'll actually go do main story. Good for doing main quest? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Apparently I hit the wrong button. All right, we leveled up. So from the champion one, we ended up getting Walking Fortress and Siege Breaker. I think I was going to get some more two-hander. Yeah, because we respect, so I'm missing some of the stuff we had. Learn how to batter through your enemy defenses. Do more damage to their guard with every hit. We also get +3 strength on unlock. That one's pretty good. There's some enemies that recast guard all the time, and they are a real pain to kill. So we deal double damage against guard. Countering enemies attack now does bonus damage and adds to your guard. I like that too. Counter attack does more damage and now slashes full circle. This thing doesn't help against everything. I mean, I guess neither does this, right? We're not going to be able to counter magic attack. Yeah, I'll just take this. Seems like a lot of the big, hard enemies stack guard. Hello.
You have it. Please, please open the door. I can't stand it in here another second.
Really? Because you're just standing there. Ha ha. Blocking the door from these guys now. Say this was a blind playthrough. It is, yeah. I know nothing about Inquisition. Very first playthrough, playing through it blindly. So, if you know anything that I don't know, don't let me know. I appreciate it. A miniature mask. Good for golds. Some red lyrium. Man, that's a big chunk of it too. Varric slightly approves. I wonder if he would approve more if he was with us. Alright. Feels like there should be other things here. That's where we came through. I still feel like we missed a elven rune back in that place of the torch. Everywhere that we've been that has one of those, I don't even know what you would call it. Magic torches. There's been an elven rune hidden somewhere. So I might have to look for that again once we go back there. It's like a quest hub, so we're going to be back. All right, what's next? Before the dawn, much like the Inquisition, Corypheus has invested time and effort building a trusted inner circle. Samson is a former Templar, a lyrium addict, and now the leader of the Red Templars. Claw knows Samson well and believes Intercept. All right, I gotta make sure really quick that my daughter's getting on her 10:30 Zoom call. I'll go ahead and just split the recording here for the YouTubes. Good spot before we go do that one. So let me split this.